Hello, everybody. Today I am here with a really cool woman who is going to share so many creative possibilities with you guys. This is basically a one-stop shop for all of your branded merchandise needs, and they're really getting into a cool retail inspired um, branding and things that our customers really want to see. So I'm going to introduce you to Madison, and we're going to have a nice fun chat and get into those creative options that are out there for your marketing. Um, Hi, Madison. Thank you for joining me today. And I'm so excited to share different products with my audience and see how we can help them stand out with their end users.
Thank you so much for having me, Linda, and hello to everybody that's tuning in. I'm excited to share what's new and exciting, and hopefully these trends, spark some brain function, and you guys can continue to be creative through this year and into spring and summer.
I've seen that recently there's a trend to get some quality promotional products and retail inspired ideas coming down the pipeline. So, what do you got for us today?
So definitely, we're seeing a big move in the hard goods space towards retail brands because, face it, I mean, as consumers, we want something that we're going to use over and over again, and that has, a life cycle, a reusable life cycle. And even with the trend towards sustainability, drinkware specifically has become more and more popular because of its, reusable tendencies. So what's new and exciting for us is we have the Ice Shaker brand. And if you're a Shark Tank fan or if you follow the NFL at all, Chris Gronkowski and his brothers, he has four brothers. So all the Gronkowski crew, Rob, the most famous of the five, brought Ice Shaker to Shark Tank a few years ago, and it just kicked off. And we're super excited to have four of their products in our line that will be exclusive. So, just a quick update about Ice Shaker. It's an insulated fitness shaker bottle. So, I'm sure if anybody has been to the gym, you've used the regular plastic blender bottles. But a couple things that set the ice shaker apart is the twist off agitator. So you don't have those metal balls anymore that you'll lose. But the twist off agitator, it's great. It can be removed. It can be thrown into the dishwasher. You can throw fruit in here if you want to just infuse some water. Possibilities for this drinkware piece is endless. I mentioned it was insulated, so it'll keep your drinks cold for 30 plus hours. It is antimicrobial and odor resistant. I know if you've, ever left a protein shake in your shaker for longer than an hour, it does kind of smell a little bit. So having that odor resistant and antimicrobial is just a big plus for this piece. And it has a rubber bottom. So if you're setting it on a gym floor, if you're setting it on your countertop, it's not going to skid or anything. Um, and lastly, but most important, it's dishwasher safe. So everything can be unscrewed and just thrown right into the dishwasher. We'll laser engrave the logo on it, so you don't have to worry about the logo washing off. And it's just a really popular, well-known retail brand that kind of can compete with Hydro Flask and Yeti and even the Stanley Cups now that have become so popular. So we're carrying the original Ice Shaker sport bottle. We also have a tumbler that's the same size. We have a slim tumbler, and then we have a half-gallon jug. So you can fill that with water or take it to the brewery, whatever's up your alley. So we're super excited for Ice Shaker.
That's awesome. Now, is the decoration always laser engraving, or can you do other processes on that bottle or the?
Yes, so the main deco method would be laser engraved because it is dishwasher safe, and we do want to encourage the dishwasher safe drinkware pieces because there aren't as many. We would do pad print, I believe, on these up to two color.
And the laser engraving, it has more of an upscale look to it anyway. So I'm definitely a big fan of laser
I
engraving.
agree. It gives it a higher perceived value. And like you said earlier, I think that's what we all want as consumers. We want something that looks nice with our logo so we can continue to use it and represent our brand and what we stand for. So I definitely recommend laser on the higher end pieces, especially if it's drinkware, especially if you're using it every day or throwing it in the dishwasher. Drinkware has moved to the #1 category in hard goods. It's actually the #2 category in the promo space behind wearables. So drinkware, bags, and tech are the top three categories that we're seeing in the hard goods space.
Mhm.
But doing is we have a private label apparel brand, and we're actually bringing that brand over into the hard goods space. So we're building continuity throughout both lines, throughout the entire brand. So if you have your PMS colors are this PMS color yellow, and you ordered this journal, we can match this journal to the exact PMS color of the same branded water bottle or the same polo. So our apparel and hard goods within this brand will have the same PMS colors. So if you want to build web stores or if you have a company store, if you just want everybody to match perfectly and you're looking for hard goods and apparel, that's what we're super excited for. It's the only, I believe it's the first private label hard goods brand in our industry. So you'll be able to mix and match drinkware with journals to pens to polos, and I think it'll really, give your brand something nice to showcase if you're all matchy matchy.
And that's really good for consistent branding, right? So like you have different shades of different colors, and
Mhm.
sometimes even though it's always red, the shading of the product will vary from product to product. So that's really important, and exciting because that consistent branding, especially for like an employee wellness kit or a new hire kit, it's great to have everything match. So
Yes, and we've even seen with employee retention, that's been a big push that we've seen this collection work for. One quarter you send out, hey, thanks guys, here's a journal. The next quarter you send out, hey, thanks guys, here's a water bottle that matched what we sent you, last month. And it just gives great brand recognition. And if the brand is important to you and you want to stick within those brand guidelines, it is important to match. And usually within brands, we find that it's easier to get that consistency. But we're really excited to launch this. It's the first of what I think is going to be big for the industry. So.
very cool. Now, how many colors are you going to stock within the different product lines?
Yep. So we have 16 different colors. The top selling products will come in all of the 16 different colors. But as we launch new products, I believe we're only going to launch them in the top selling core colors. So black, navy, gray, I believe red as well.
Very cool.
Yep.
And then if I know that you also can do custom work
Yes.
with the right quantity and the right budget. I would imagine that if there's a very specific PMS color for a particular brand, that's an option as well.
Yep.
Again, giving us a call and discussing the ideas, but I would imagine that you'd be able to kind of do that as well, correct?
Yes, absolutely. So that's our source abroad division, and they're able to work with our factory that's overseas, and we can do pretty much anything that you can imagine. We can create something totally custom. So if it's a custom bobblehead, or if you wanted to do a custom journal with a custom PMS match, we can totally do that. We can take items that are already existing in our line, like this piece here, and maybe you just wanted to tweak the handle. If you wanted this to be a PMS blue, we could match this with your PMS blue and have the rest of the bottle be yellow. They're also able to take, like I said, anything from soup to nuts, whatever you're able to imagine. If you wanted to just give them, what your brand is and, your brand guidelines and what you guys stand for. And, maybe you have a mascot and you're like, hey, give me some ideas. They can work from you from, no ideas to an end product. And we have just a really great team, and they're very responsive and quick to reply, and they know their stuff, and they're very creative. So even if you just have, this might be what I'm thinking of, they can guide you.
I always enjoy those fun promotional products and the branded merchandise because it sets you in a different mindset than, the boring old corporate stuff, right?
Yeah.
And place and time for everything, but when you add some fun in, especially in a trade show setting, it makes you approach the marketing in a different way. The custom world is my forte. I love doing custom projects, so I thank you for introducing us to the lines and the exciting stuff that's coming down the pipeline. And hopefully, we will be able to work on many projects together. But thanks for taking the time to meet with me today. And hopefully, we'll be in touch soon.
Of course. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed everything that we had to show you.